So
Yes.
yeah, okay, we are very honored to share like two programs, Master of Arts programs focusing on training, development, and instructional design with you. Here with me, we have Dr. Quek Lan, Dr. Qiujie, yeah, the program leaders of both programs, and myself, Gaoxia. We want to introduce these two programs, Master of Arts, Instructional Design and Technology, MAIDT in short, and the Masters of Arts in Professional Education, Training and Development, MAP in short. MAIDT aims to provide education and training to professionals with instructional design process and to broaden the knowledge base and skills of professionals who are applying, managing, and developing information technologies in school and in corporate environments. MIP seeks to deepen academic knowledge and competencies for individuals who work in or wish to move into professional roles with various settings of higher and adult professional education. Yeah, actually, I realized that I didn't leave time for Janice to greeting our audience in Chinese. Maybe I can do that as well. 对，感谢大家参加我们的这个网上宣讲。我们今天主要是介绍两个项目，呃，都是硕士项目。第一个的话是 MAIDT，第二个是 MIPE。等会儿的话，大家问问题的话，就是可以用中文问，也可以用英文问。我们三位就是老师都是中英文都相对来说比较流利。谢谢大家。那我下面先继续讲第一个项目。Next, I will talk about the first program, and then later, Dr. Li Qiujie will talk about the second program, MIPE. And our colleague, Dr. Lan, yeah, she will focus more on answering questions you may have, as she really have a very good experience and expertise in both programs, yeah, along these several maybe kind of decades. Okay, thank you. I will move on. MAIDT usually actually starts in January, which means the program starts in January. Therefore, for 2027, right, if you apply in May and in June, then your program will start in January 2027. Differently, MAP intake usually start in August. That means like you may need to check NIE website to confirm the application deadline towards like November or December, because right now we still do not the deadline yet. But based on previous year's experience, the deadline is usually in like December or January or February. You apply. If you get in, you will start your program in August 2027. We have several like co-faculty members who teach MAIDT and MAPE, but from time to time we also involve like other colleagues to teach the two programs based on their expertise and the needs of our students. We have Professor Chen Wenli, the Associate Dean of Research Support at the Office of Research. We have Associate Professor Choi Doris, Associate Dean, Academic Quality Chief Learning and Innovation Officer's Office. We have Associate Professor Wang Qiyun, who is the co-director of Center for Research and Development in Learning. And we have Associate Professor Quek Lan, our program leader of MAIDT. We have Assistant Professor Li Qiujie, who is a program leader of MIPE. And we have myself, Zhu Gaoxia, co-leader of program MAIDT with Dr. For MAIDT, we have 5 core courses, which means, the course are for everyone if you choose the coursework module, you need to take the 5 core course. MID 901, Instructional Design Models and Practice. MID 941, Evaluation Models and Methods. MID 905, Foundations of Learning and Instruction. MID 944, Methods for Data Collection and Analysis for Instructional Design Projects. MID 945, Capstone Project for Instructional Design. You can see MID 944 and MID 945 actually are all related to your final capstone project. MID 944 actually prepares you for the final capstone project. Okay. Uh, like when you start your program, you are encouraged to check yeah, which courses are offered each semester and try to sign up promptly because these courses are very popular. In addition to the five core modules, we also have some elective courses that you can select from based on your interest. We have MID 906, Training Methods and Strategies, MID 923, Perspectives on Adult Learning, MID 943, Assessment in Education and Training, MID 915, Training Needs Assessment and Solutions, MID 917, Design E-Learning, MID 922, E-Learning Tools for Training, and MID 942, Multimedia Design. So therefore, like based on your interest and your needs, you can choose three of the elective courses to further strengthen your knowledge and skills in the respective areas. There are two pathways to complete your program. The first one is by coursework only, which means you take a five core modules and then three elective courses. In total, 8 courses with 30 academic units. Okay, so there are 5 courses as mentioned before, and you need to take each of them. And then among the elective courses, you can choose three from them. Um, there's also like an option to choose an open elective course, which means you can choose courses from other programs. The second option is course plus dissertation, which means you take 6 courses in total, and then you do one dissertation supervised by your supervisor. These 6 courses include 3 core courses, MID 901, 905, and 941, as well as 3 elective courses. Still you choose like from the elective course and open elective from other programs. Then you do one dissertation, which counts for 6 AUs. So you can see like this dissertation replace 944 and 945. Yeah, if you choose the dissertation pathway, you don't need to do your capstone project. Um, Based on like whether you plan to enroll in as a full-time or part-time students, you can plan your schedule differently. If you are full-time student, you usually like take 1 to 2 years to complete your MIDT program. Then in the first semester, like you can take MID 901, MID 941, and maybe like some elective courses. In the second semester, you can take MID 944, MID 905, and MID 945, as well as like some elective. So like it depends on whether like how many modules courses you take each semester. If you take 4, like you are likely to complete it in 1 year. If you take 2, like each semester, you can complete it in 2 years. Like in the case you are a full-time student. We also have like a part-time students, yeah, support you enroll in as a part-time student. In that case, you can take 2 to 4 years to complete a program. And because you have your full-time work to consider, right? We encourage you don't take more than 2 courses per semester. For example, in the first semester, you can take MID 901, MID 941. In the second semester, you may take MID 905, maybe one elective course. In the third semester, you can take some electives. In the fourth semester, which usually is the final, your final like semester, you can take the capstone and the MID 944, which prepare you for the capstone. Yeah, but as mentioned, you have 2 to 4 years, therefore, like you have some flexibility to decide how many courses you take each semester. Usually don't go beyond 2. Okay, next I will hand over the time to Dr. Qiujie. She can brief you on MAPE program.
Yeah, thanks everyone. So for MAAPE program, there are four core courses. The first course is prepare you for the final capstone project, which is the professional practice and inquiry project. In that project, students usually develop a educational program or educational module by themselves and then conduct evaluation of that program. Usually it's connected to their workplace needs. And in addition to those two courses, there are another two core courses, which is about the foundation of MAPE. The first one is Foundation of Learning and Instruction. So we talk about all those theories about learning and teaching. And then the next one is Instructional Design. Next slide. Yes. All right. So in addition to those core courses, there are a few elective courses for you to choose. And some of them overlap with MAIDT, but there are a few additional courses that are specifically focused on training. For example, training needs assessment and solution, training methods and strategies, and also facilitating adult learning because this is targeting adult learners. Right. Next slide. And then the structure is a little bit different. We require four core courses that I've just shared, and then another four elective courses. Among those four elective courses, one of them can be open elective, meaning that you can choose elective courses from other programs. And we only have coursework pathway. There's no dissertation pathway for MAP. Right? And a suggested schedule for full-time students is that you take four courses, two core, two elective every semester. Some students prefer to be a little bit not to rush that much. So they might choose to do the capstone project in the third semester. So that is still within your time frame. And some students might choose that option because capstone projects sometimes will involve a lot of work, right? So that's for full-time students. And for part-time students, it's quite similar. Usually we suggest students to take two courses per semester. So one core and one elective. And some students, if they want to kind of spend more time, then they might do the capstone project in the fifth semester, but you have up until 4 years to complete the program.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Dr. Lee. Next, we are open for questions. Yeah, so feel free to raise your questions, yeah, English or in Chinese. Yeah, either way is okay. So yeah.